Do, 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 do. Oh. Did I? Sorry, I gotta get some light. Yes, I need to get some light. Approve. I get some light. Light. Get some light. Hey, Sharon, how are you?
Hey, what up?
Hey, how's it going?
I'm here.
Me too. Sorry, I'm running late.
What about you? Huh?
Say sorry, I'm running late. I'm traveling. I just got to my destination.
Oh, you're traveling.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
where are you now?
I'm in Petersburg, Virginia.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were in another state.
No. I'm in Petersburg, Virginia. I was in North Carolina yesterday, and so we just got to Petersburg, so I just got to my destination. So
okay.
I've been trying to speed it up, but we are live. Hey, everybody, how are you? This
Greetings.
Is the one and only Tavon Jamar Powell. I am here with my partner in crime, Miss Sharon Andrea. Sharon,
and we're partners in love too, not just crimes.
Yes,
did you hear what I said?
Yeah, I heard you.
We're partner in love and not just crimes.
100%. Hello, Patty.
Peace,
hello,
everyone.
Everybody. Yes. So, I'm gonna do a little introduction, and I'm gonna let Sharon speak, and I'm sure Spirit is gonna take over. I just want to give y'all a precursor, me and Sharon, and also we want to give a shout out to We Act Radio and Truth to Power with our friend Patricia Patton for helping us sponsor this event this weekend in Washington, D.C. It's going to be August 25th, correct? From 2 p.m. to 6. Doors open at 2. It's going to get started at about 2:30 with a meditation, and we're going straight into teachings. Spirit had related to my heart to go into the Washington, D.C. area and really be able to share love with each other and commune with our brothers, because me and both Sharon, we have a lot of connections in the DC area, and we have a lot of people that we work with, and a lot of our connections are oftentimes done via Facebook, via our readings, but we don't ever get a chance to physically connect with one another. And one of the things that Spirit has been laying upon my heart is for us to connect to one another physically. To be in the same space with one another.
That's right.
And to be in the same energy of one another. And when we do that, there's something powerful that happens. There's something dynamic that happens. There's something that's transcending that happens. And I just can't wait. I don't know what. Thank you. Patricia is giving you the address. We Act Radio, 1819 Martin Luther King Avenue, Southeast Washington, D.C., 220. There will be parking there. You can pay in advance. We're also going to be doing live readings there. If you also want to travel by train, you will get off at the Anacostia station and take the bus up. Patricia, can you give me the bus that you can connect to? But I'm super excited. I know Spirit is going to show out. I just know Spirit is going to show out, because I know I've been going through some major shifts, and I know you've been going through some major shifts. Okay, I'm gonna let you talk.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah. So I'm excited.
For sure.
Go ahead. I'm gonna let you spill. Go ahead and let you talk a little bit.
No, you go ahead with your excitement, because you get that momentum going. That's right.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all. Peace, everyone. Yeah. Love you. Love you all. We're getting some energy going on here.
Yeah, some synergy. Yeah.
She says she don't know the bus. They can walk. That depends on where they're walking from, Patty.
Yeah. But we just we really want to pack the house. I know in my spirit, I know that it's going to be packed. I've had people reach out to me left and right. It's going to be packed. It's going to be powerful. I know that I'm not going to be the same person after the event. I know me personally, I know Spirit is going to
We're all not going to be.
It's such a dynamic way that I won't be the same person. And I'm holding that expectation, because it's something, like I said, it's something when we get together in the same physical space. It's a collective synergy.
That's right.
And it moves us, and it shifts us, and it heals us. And I'm super excited. And I know, Sharon, I have been bragging about you for the last 3 weeks. And I've been telling everybody.
That's why I've been biting my tongue.
Yes,
you heard what I said?
I'll let you talk. Go ahead, Sharon. Tell people about yourself. Tell them about who
No. I said that's why I've been biting my tongue. In my country, they say when somebody's talking about you, you bite your tongue. But remember too, I said I've been having dreams to do with several, just like this morning, I had another dream to do with us doing stuff together. And you know that I had dreams from last year, I believe, about us all doing something together. And it is very exciting. It's very exciting. And I know Spirit's been pulling me that it's time for things to be more in the physical sense, you know. And I even talk
Yes,
about
yes.
how the highest form of communication is in person, being together in the same physical space, you know what I mean? And what's also exciting is the fact that Mercury is out of retrograde and Mars is going to be out of retrograde by Saturday. And we're going to be having a full moon energy. It's already started already anyway for this weekend. So I thought to myself, I said, wow, this is interesting because most of the moon cycles have been very powerful for each and every one of us. So I really feel that Mother Gaia is in such gratitude for all of us, you know, coming together and being in that space. So, you know, Washington, get ready, get ready, get ready. Oh, yeah.
Yes, yes,
Can you hear me good, though? Can you
yes.
hear me good?
I hear you very.
Can
I
you
hear
hear
you
me
clear.
good?
So I hear you great. I hear you great.
Oh, okay, because
So
the thing keeps asking me if I want to leave as a guest.
no, no, no. You're staying as a guest. So if people, I want you to.
Oh
This
my
is the
goodness.
time I want you to talk about yourself. So for people who are unfamiliar with you, Sharon,
Talk about what?
yes, you as a
I
person,
lost
what
you.
you do. Can you
Can
hear
you
me?
hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Oh boy, here
Can you
comes
hear me?
that energy.
Yeah,
Okay,
we're
what
gonna
did you say
shift
you
it. We're
wanted me
gonna
to talk
shift it.
about?
So tell people about who you are, what you do
Oh, it's
spiritually,
breaking
how do
up.
you serve humanity.
It's
Can you hear me?
it's like it's scrambling like a little bit.
Okay.
Let me see if I can hear it better on the desktop.
Okay.
It's like like it's going in and out.
Okay. And for those who, and while you're doing that, let me know when you have good connection. For
Okay.
those who want to also connect to Sharon and also Patricia Patton. Patricia Patton is the young, wonderful sister that is the co-founder of Truth to Power and the Abacus 6 movement. Sharon will be on her show, I guess on her radio show, Truth to Power, Thursday at 3 p.m. at www.weactradio.com. I'm sure Sharon is going to show her ass out on that radio show. I'm sure Patty's going to ask some tough questions. I just know it's going to be exciting.
I love it.
I love it too. I'm super excited. Like I'm like a kid at a candy store. Like when I get to get around my people, I get excited. Like when I get to get around people that get it, that understand, that are flowing in that energy, it gets excited because a lot of times I'm gonna speak for myself. A lot of times I go through the world, I'm like, blah, blah, blah. But when I get with people that are conscious, that are experiencing source, themselves as source, that are experiencing themselves as the divinity of what they are, it's exciting. And when we come into that space together, it changes us. It shifts us. It heals us. It rearranges us. It makes us become more than what we are. And I think one of the things that I have been learning in my personal walk is just allow all of God to exist in you at all times, in every place, in every place. And I'm so excited. I get excited about sharing I get excited about sharing my walk with people. I get excited about sharing my gifts with people. I get excited about connecting with people like you, connecting with people, you know what I'm saying? Connecting with people that get it, that are having this experience that is crazy, that we don't have regular lives. But I can talk. I want you to talk, Sharon. Tell people about who you are.
I love listening to you. Oh, you know, I just, it's like I have so much stuff that's swirling in my head and, you know, all the stuff that we can talk about. Because if anybody knows me, I'll talk for hours and hours. But anyway, at least I wanted to say I'm very, very excited. You know it. I am very, very excited to be coming this weekend for sure. And what gets me excited is knowing that it's not just because of all the energy that's coming together, but how much more we're connecting to each other, how much more codes that we're, you know, templating. It's going to be interesting. And I would love for anyone, after any contact that you've had with us, you know, coming together, to please message myself or Tavon. Let us know what is happening with you afterwards, because usually what happens when you come together is that we're releasing some more stuff that many of us are carrying in our lineage, especially a lot of our ancestors, and you know, more stuff that's going on from families and friends and, you know, whatever the case may be. And what's interesting is that as you come together, we're able to hold that space together. You know what I mean? And be still in that space of joy. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
and you know, one of the things that I think about that's interesting is like, even with us doing the live, I'm like, boy, are we gonna be able to come together? And that, you know, because each one of us is going through different stages of healing, different levels of consciousness, different levels of awakening. It's just a lot of things processing. I had to be, even to this morning, right, Tavon, when you asked me how I was doing, and I said I have to keep it real. I was, you know, healing through some stuff, being as a mother, and I had to go through this whole motion today, being as a mother during this ascension cycle, because, you know, that part in the scriptures when it says, behold, I think it was behold or something, or lo unto those during the end times for those who are with child. But I say in the book that I'm doing, the audio book, that it's not just having, you know, being with child, but the children you have, because I still have to process things as a mother with my children. Patty heard me on the phone. I'm cussing, I'm talking, I'm laughing, and I had to just keep moving with it. You know what I mean? And so many of us are going through different stages of and cycles of this awakening. And I feel one of the greatest things I say is that we don't have to feel we're doing it alone. And so I'm excited when it comes to coming together with like-minded individuals and on that level of consciousness. And then I will, let me tell you something. The longest conversation I've had with someone on the phone one time, talking all this conscious stuff, was 8-9 hours. Kid you not. And it felt like as if it didn't matter. It didn't matter because I was excited. That was my spiritual food. That was my, you know, oh my God, it's like having the appetizer, the main course, dessert, everything all in one. You know what I mean? And let me tell you something, when it comes to spirit, and Tavon, I know you go through the same thing. Many of you probably go through the same thing, is that when spirit get ready to talk to you and get the messages, it just goes on and on and on. And on. Like I tell them, I said, hey, I need to get some sleep, you know.
Yeah, huh? I get mad sometimes. I'm like, I want to sleep. I just want to sleep. Leave me alone.
Sleep. Yep. Yep. Yes. That's right. That's right. That's right. So, and I find it interesting to be able to share, you know, the journey, you know, with others too, because then you don't have to feel alone with this process, and you're not meant to suffer or to feel like you're alone with this process. And I wish I could say, you know, at what point does it ease? But I know as we continue to move through these cycles and we're moving closer to what, you know, spirit is, I'm getting an information now, as we're moving closer to and more integrating this unity consciousness. And you see, because all of it involves this as a conscious energy field. And during the course of this consciousness energy field is that we have to remember that we're going to keep pulling out stuff. And as we're pulling it out, we're also bringing in new codes. And as we're, so it's like, you feel like, I always describe it as being like in a washing machine. And so, like I said, if you're able to talk it through and process through and laugh it through and walk it through, go to the bathroom through, because even that's a part of it, going to the bathroom, that's right, you know, and keep on with them sea salt showers and baths and all that stuff. It's like it's ongoing, and the cells of your body is changing and shifting, your thought process, everything is changing, everything. So, you know, but like I said, I am extremely excited about coming down, which I knew it was going to come eventually, and we were finally here. And I know we're going to be talking some tech, what do you call it, high tech stuff too as well. Yeah, you know, the galactic energy and all of that stuff.
Yeah, it's some stuff that's I have been waiting to.
So, and please, you know, if any questions for anyone who's attending, any questions that you feel you may have, you know, write them down. There's no such thing as a dumb question, or if you think, because what I love about coming together as a group too is that if you're willing to share a question or any parts of your journey with someone, you never know that might help someone else. You know what I mean? And you might not be alone with whatever you're experiencing, that will help someone else too as well at the same time. Yeah. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's 100%. Another thing too. And yeah,
it's some things that spirit has been, it's some things that I've been sitting on for
Can you hear me?
Months. Yeah,
it's going yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's a little going in and out, but I could hear some of it.
Okay. There's some things that I've been sitting on for months, and I've been debating, always debate when do I release?
It's freezing up. It's that energy.
Yeah, well,
That energy.
I'm gonna talk until it shifts. So it's some things that let me know if you can hear me. There's some things that I've been holding on to that I've been waiting
It's going
for
in and out.
Okay.
It's going in and out.
Get it. We're gonna get it. We're gonna ride the boogie. Y'all hold that space for us. Hold that space for us. Hold that light space for us, guys. Hold that light space for us. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? We playing this game. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but it's a little in and out, but continue anyway. I'll see if I could read lips, because I read lips too.
Okay. You can hear me, everybody can. So some things that I got during the ayahuasca experience, the plant medicine experience that I had, and I've been waiting for the opportunity to release them. And I'm going to release it. I'm going to release it in DC. It's going to be prepared. It's going to it's going to shift you. It's not about, and it's going to shift you. It is going to make you question what you believe. It's going to help. It's going to make you look deeper within yourself. And I think it's a time. And one of the things that Spirit was bringing to me this morning, those of us that have been designed, I like how they put that. Those of us have been designed and created to help this planet shift into a new energy, have to stand in our power. It is necessary that we stand in our truth and we stand in our power, no matter what it looks like on the surface level. Because just like Sharon says, we could be healing family wounds. We could be healing past life wounds. We could be implementing out old belief patterns. We could be healing generational issues. And what we have to do is be so entwined with our inner knowing, so in that space where we walk with our inner knowing that it's like a tree, like scripture say, like a tree planted by the water, that we shall not be moved, no matter what happens. And me and you can know, me and Sharon both have gone through hell over the last couple of months, and even through all the hell that we different but similar. Even though all the hell we went through, the principle doesn't change. Who we are in God doesn't change. We understand when you get deep enough in it, we understand that we're doing something that is so huge, so big, so humongous that it looks crazy on the surface level. It looks on the surface level, but really, it's just more the presence of God revealing itself. It's just more the presence of God healing itself. It's just more the presence of God being known in the physical reality. And I tell you, when we get to that space where we just accept, allow, and surrender, man, whew, I mean, just miracles on top of miracles, on top of miracles, on top of miracles. But there's a question I want to ask you, Sharon. I call you,
yes.
I call you Aphrodite. That's what I call you. In my head, I always call you Aphrodite.
Because I am. Because I am. Because I am.
My connection to you in that lifetime. But as a person that is a loveologist, I like to say, what will you give? What advice would you give people that are experiencing high levels of separation or high levels of separation in their divine relationships right now? What kind of guidance would you give? Just a little taste. Give them a little taste.
Okay. A little taste, right? Okay, so ask me the question again, so I'm reading into that energy. Ask me the question again, so I read into the energy with how I answer.
Yes.
You hear me?
Yes. For those who have what's called twin flame relationships, those that have divine complement relationships, or relationships on that caliber, what advice would you give to them, those people that are experiencing separation right now?
Okay, so those who are experiencing separation, the physical separation, we have to understand that it is very intense energy that is carried within each person, within ourselves, okay? And we're going through different levels during the course of this ascension, and the separation is necessary. Sometimes the soul, remember, it's not about the physical part, it's your soul that is connected between you and that individual. that things are going to show up that's going to trigger, each, both of you, or mirror between the both of you, and what happens that in each moment of that separation is it's almost like your soul has to take time to acclimate with your body, with the information, the code, what's coming out. Sometimes you may also come into contact with someone else that may also be an aspect of your twin, meaning that they may look like them, sound like them, talk like them, and you pay attention to what they're saying, what they're coming across to you, what is triggering you, because all of that is a part of this process of your ascension. Because remember, it still has to do with the evolution of your soul and releasing all that old energy that you've been carrying for centuries. So we're talking about many of us have been on the earth for over 20,000 or more lifetimes. And
yes,
as we're going through these different levels of ascension through each moon cycle, all these levels and cycles and stuff is necessary for what's aspecting between yourself. Even pay attention to your sun sign, your rising sign, your moon sign. All of this will help you to navigate what is going on with you during the course of this separation, because the separation is necessary for you as far as coming into a harmonious space also. So always remember, always come from that space of the higher knowing as well. You're seeing it in the physical space. Don't take it personal. That's one of the best advice I always tell to anyone that I do a twin soul readings for is, please do not take it personal. Everyone is carrying energy of particular subject matters, like you're in school, right? So some may carry energy of playing out abuse, or playing out abandonment, or playing out, being like motherfucker, whatever you want to call it, all the names you call him, bitch, this, whatever, and things that you may have gone through childhood, all these things, and you both agreed from, I would say, from before you even incarnated, because we all had meetings that we went to. Yep, because I saw that in spirit. Before we all incarnated, we went to meetings before the council, and everything we agreed, and we look at it and say, oh, we can do this. We can do this. We can. We still gone through my stages of saying, why the heck did I do this? And I remember again my promise I made to God, and many of us volunteered and jumped in quick and say, yeah, I can do this. The beautiful thing is that you're not alone anymore. We're not doing it singularly like what happened with Yeshua. So we all are here to help each other through this space. So when one is up and the other one is down, then we can help to lift each other up and to bring it together. Key thing is, when you're going through this energy, is to use divine wisdom. Come from a space of wisdom. Take notes of yourself, take notes of your dreams, take notes of the signs, the synchronizations. All of that is guideposts. Listen to what may be coming from the divine, or your spirit guides, or your higher self, your twin's higher self. And everything is coming together collectively for you during the time of what you call separation. And the separation is an illusion also.
Thank
It may
you.
look like separation because what the eyes may see and perceive, it's an illusion. It is an illusion. Almost everything. And what we're doing is,
but that's something that the spirit is being.
That's right. That's right.
And one of the things, I'm so happy that I'm in a space where you see every aspect of my journey. You see me when I'm high, you see me when I'm low, you see me when I'm dealing with family issues, you see me when I'm dealing with self-esteem issues. But one of the things that the spirit just keep humming in me, and I'm getting the deeper I go within myself, the deeper I go within me as God. None of this shit is real. None of this physical shit is real. That's right. It is all a fucking illusion. You are just playing out aspects of yourself. You just playing out aspects of your reality. And the more you, like you said, the more, and what you said, Sherry, it's key. The more you come from that higher perspective, which is hard sometimes. I'm gonna say it's hard for me sometimes. The more you come from that higher perspective, the more you process that human emotion and you apply that awareness to it, it keeps shifting and shifting and shifting and shifting. And then you say, well, wow, I actually created that for my benefit. Wow. I needed that space where God revealed this.
Can you repeat that again? Can you Yes. A key word that you said is that you actually bring this to your reality. You did bring all of the stories to your reality. You
Yes.
see? And the key thing is to remember that, because for me, I don't use the word too much as far as learning. You're awakening. You're
Yes.
awakening to yourself. You're
Self.
awakening
Yeah.
to your soul. You're awakening to your true essence, your true core essence, which is
Yeah.
love. Which is love.
Yeah.
And so anything that is not serving itself as the highest form and expression of love is going to leave. Is going to leave.
Yes.
And so I
Yeah.
put it simply, like, you eat certain foods, and if you eat something that's not good for your body's going to expel it out. So what's happening
Yeah.
is you're expelling things from within yourself, physically,
Yeah.
spiritually, and emotionally, especially the emotional body, because the emotional body is what has been hurt the most through all of the centuries of
Lifetime.
manipulation, and what has
Yes.
descended, I would say, in consciousness. And so we're bringing rise to this feminine energy. Everyone is awakening to that feminine aspect of ourselves through the connection of the divine and Mother
Yes.
Earth. Do you see what I'm saying? So it all plays a very important, it's just important to remember.
Uh-oh. Connection. Keep it going. Connection. Yeah.
And and
No, keep going.
excuse me, and even taking it higher, when we look at it also, as far as the twin flame, twin soul journey, it really comes down to when we have allowed ourselves to be disconnected from God, when we allowed ourselves to be disconnected from what the truth is, okay, what divine love is. And so what better way, which I said, I've had so many conversations with God. Oh my God, what awesome off the chain conversations that I've recorded. And I said to God, I said, you're so clever. You're so clever with all of us to put something in place that what brings us back to love is through someone else that shows up externally, because you human beings usually want to refer to something external first
Yes.
than what's within. You see?
Yes,
And
I was
so
just saying that. I was
I'll
just
let
saying
you.
that this morning. I was just saying
Mm-hmm.
that this morning. I said, God, you played a trick on me. And I was like, because in order for me to get to the level of healing that I require for me to live my life in the way that I choose, I have to surrender. And I have to go deep within. And that's the only way that I'm going to go through this healing process. And I said, oh, God, you played a trick on me. You made me deal with this. Like, and it's really that simple. It's really that divine. It's how the human, thank you, Spirit, it's how the brain has been designed and developed to understand itself in physicality. How the brain has been designed and developed to understand itself in physicality through experience. And this is why we create the scenarios that we create, because we have to have, the soul is always in knowing. The soul is always in an alignment. The soul is always thinking of higher good. But in physical, the human has to create experiences to move it in alignment. And I think, and it's one thing I was saying earlier, we gotta stop running away from the experiences. Oh, how do you know that you're a healer until you experience the opposite? How do you know that like,
That's
how
right.
do you know until something other than that shows up, or the illusion shows up, and you're able to apply that awareness in the physical form and shift it into reality? We have to create these type of scenarios. I'm reading the comments. Go, continue. I just want to share that. Yes.
I call it what we had to do is that, how I describe it is that we started up from, in the beginning, coming from a space of the all knowing, the all there is. And in that space of knowing and intelligence and knowledge, we desire to know ourselves. And the way we desire to know ourselves is to know and to know ourselves through an experience. And that's why we incarnated. And as we incarnated, the key thing is to remember that everyone plays a role. Everyone, which some people find it very difficult to accept, that even the ones who've done the most vilest things, that they're still God. They're still God showing up in form as love, sometimes being the opposite. So you can still, because I look at God and I said, you're so amazing. You show up as the opposite, the opposition, and also on the other side, so that way you can see yourself through me, through you, and in recognition and saying, I remember you. And you see, because when you listen to your soul, you will get the truth, you see? And
Yes,
that's why
yes.
we're coming back to, like I said, to unity consciousness, that you still see everyone in unison to you, in unity to, because this is a part of the process of sacred alchemy.
Yeah.
And that means that you're going to, everything that you've accumulated, everything, because you see, one of the other things that plays a part in the role of twin souls is that we have had many lifetimes where we have accumulated experiences, and throughout
And
those
now,
experiences,
yeah.
we've gathered the data, right? And data and knowledge and all that stuff. And so now what we're doing is that we're now at the what do you call it, like at the end of a specific lifetime of what we've been experiencing, to come back into that space of love in its purest form, in its purity. Okay, before anything happened, when we descended in consciousness. Okay, and so everything that had been written throughout history and all that stuff, we've gathered it up, we've put it together, it's been in the Akashic records, all these things. Now, are you going to let go now of some of this stuff? Are you going to allow yourself to experience and recreate something new? You see, because if you're hanging on tight to all these belief systems and all these things that are within that matrix, because what we're doing is we're forming a new grid. The earth is forming a new grid. And so if you're not surrendering as much as you can with these experiences, you will keep creating, your soul is going to keep bringing on these old experiences over and over and over again, and it's just looping. You're not being punished, you're bringing yourself to these experiences so that you can remember who you are, so that you can remember who you are in your greatest form. Okay, and bringing back the gifts of what has been given to you. And so in the midst of what you call the separation, do you want to come back into a relationship, or these relationships where you're still having chaos, or do you choose to come back into an element of relationship with others, and and anyone who you're connected to, and it's harmonious? That's the key thing, where we're not going back into those old programming. Oh, I'm gonna go find somebody else because I can't bother with this, and I want to be with somebody else, because it's not, you're not getting anywhere. Because what you're gonna do is you're gonna come back again into a
Yeah,
space
you
with
just gonna play
someone
the
else
same
that
thing out
also
there.
has shit on
Yeah,
them too, and you got to work through
yeah,
that shit. You see what I'm saying?
yeah,
So you got to
yeah. You
think
just
for
gonna
a
play out the same
moment
thing,
here.
that same
What
human.
is the best and highest? Say it again.
I said you're right, because you just
Say it
gonna play
again,
that
Savannah.
same.
I know it's cutting off.
Can you
Trying to
hear me?
move around. I got to
Yeah, no,
shift the energy
you're
then. Can you
absolutely
hear me?
Yeah, yeah, I can hear
Can
you.
you hear me now?
Yes, I hear you.
Okay. What did you say?
Well, you're absolutely correct, and
What did you say?
you're absolutely correct when it comes to
You said
these.
something? Because I'm not sure when it's freezing.
No, I'm talking. I'm saying it. Um, what I was gonna say is that you're absolutely correct. Now, you're absolutely correct in what you're releasing about around divine unions. And one thing it does, and one thing the
Yes.
spirit has really brought conceptualized in my reality. You're taking you're, first of all, it's sacred, straight from the divine. It doesn't
Yes.
belong from you. It won't be
Yes.
sustained from you, and it won't be maintained from you. It is God expressing as God, expressing as God. You're
That's
dropping
right.
all
That's
that
right.
pure divinity. You're dropping all that unconditional love in a world of conditions. In a world of conditions where you gotta be this, you gotta be that, you gotta be this, you gotta show up like this, you gotta be like this, you gotta wear this, you gotta be this, you gotta be that. So so the only way through the physical experience of having that divine concept in physical reality is surrender, acceptance, and allowance. And through activation, through you and those people, because some people have more than one, through those humans, you're able to clear, you're able to cleanse, and we're getting to the space, and the spirit has dropped it into me before I even knew what a twin flame is. And I say this and I mean it. A lot of people have held the idea of union, sacred union, for many centuries, but not many people have moved into that space where they walked it out in the physical reality. We are entering that space because
That's right.
we're in a major shift in the earth. And this is some of the stuff the spirit has shown me in the ayahuasca and through my last experience, that those unions are going to manifest themselves in physical reality. They are going
That's
to
right.
manifest
Yes, it is.
themselves in physical reality. Meaning you and that human, those humans are going to walk in union on the earth because it's necessary. The
That's
activation
right.
is necessary to shift this planet into the necessary alignment that we need to carry ourselves into the new earth. It's necessary.
That's right. As above, so below.
You see what I'm saying? And
Absolutely.
I don't want to we can't release everything, Sharon. We can't release everything. So this is what I want to do, guys. Again, let me give y'all.
And
go ahead, Sharon. Keep talking.
no, I was just gonna say that you know, we have to think about this logically in the sense that it has never been done before, okay?
No.
And what we're doing is everything to do with this divine love and how unconditional it is. It is coming in its physical space. And that means we're releasing all the ego and releasing all the stuff that we think we may know, and allowing and connecting through the heart consciousness of God to know where we're going with our paths, and not judging it, you see, and not judging it. That's what's so important. Oh
shit, no, let's do this. We bringing her back, don't worry. That's a temporary setback. I was going back to the reading.
I thought I lost you for a minute.
Oh no, that's just temporary.
Okay, it's skip right. There's a lot of there's nothing wrong with my Wi-Fi. It's just because it's a lot of energy that's transferring between myself and Tavon. And so what happens is, as you know, everyone who's on the call, that energy that's flowing between all of us, it can become very powerful. So there's shifting that's happening while you're listening to us speaking. So that's why it's freezing up. Because, you know, I just want to explain that to you, because I remember when I started out, did I have a lot of electronical stuff going on? And of course, there were some people that thought that there were demon stuff going on. I'm like, no, it's not, because I went from a space of intelligence to what's really happening. So shift your thoughts on what you feel is really happening, and really connect to how much energy it is powerful. You know, the energy of the divine is powerful. So imagine that power that you have as an individual and the power that your twin has or your complement has. And when that comes together, what is happening? This is some mighty stuff here. There are things that are going to be happening on the earth that people have not seen before. And, you know, you think about the stories that were written when Moses performed those miracles and the people still didn't believe. Well, there's going to be a time now where everyone's going to be in that belief and say, wow, God is God. This is really happening. And powers that are restored. And it's not going to be hidden. It's going to be out in the open. You see, so therefore, do not be in fear of things, and do not be in fear of who you are, or your connection, or be in hiding about your connection, or that you're on a twin soul path, or that you're on a divine path. It is sacred. You see, but guess what? Everything else is sacred as well. It is sacred when it comes to listening. It is sacred when it comes to speaking. It is sacred when it comes to walking. It is sacred when it comes to what, you know, you're eating. It's sacred in terms of how you feel about someone else. Everything to this path is sacred. You understand me? And it's important to remember yourself and stop dumbing down yourself for others because you're in fear of what they say or because they don't understand. It's nobody's business. It's not your business, excuse me, what anyone else feels, because, you know, this is where you're tested by the divine. Like, are you in your knowing? Are you in that space of really declaring who you are? Are you going to, if I ask you to call my name and to say who you are you going to still declare who you are in front of me? And therefore, I shall not deny you in front of me because you are speaking truth. And just because of what was taught in the churches and all the religious and the, you know, hey, speak your truth. You see what I'm saying? I always say in all my videos, if anybody's been watching me, I say you have to be at a place where you seriously don't give any fucks. You seriously keep walking that path. Zero fucks. None to give. You see? Yeah. And there lies your freedom. And as you do that on your path with that, guess what? Then your whoever compliments you or who you're on this path with, they're aligning on that same frequency with you, because no matter what, it still has to come together and pulls together like a rubber band. As the energy goes out, it's still coming in, and then there's things coming out of you, and you're passing things through one another, and then it still comes together in its space and its form, and then things start to change in your reality. And it's to remember that it comes to a point where even, and I want to tell you this too, that there's even a time where there are twins that are going to be coming into physical union, and you're still going to be clearing out stuff. So get past that illusion and thinking that, oh, we're going to come together and it's going to be so, you know, just at a peaceful place all the time. And I'm not saying that it won't be, because everything also depends on where you are in.
Yeah, but as long as you're on planet Earth, you're going to be clearing something.
and projecting. Exactly. We're always going to be clearing stuff on the earth because remember
Yeah,
that we're all in that space of the collective consciousness. It's the collective consciousness. And it's deciphering, is this coming from me? Is this coming from my twin? Is this coming from the collective? Because it is always going to be there. And until we all at that place where we continue to plateau and things start to level themselves out, because everything is just going to keep coming together in a higher frequency as we are templating it, there lies the changes that you will start to see that will start to manifest on the earth, you know, as again, as above, so below. Now you're freezing, Tavon.
Oh, is it
I see
freezing?
you
Keep talking.
you're freezing
I
up.
hear you.
Yeah. You hear me? Yeah. So, you know, that's one of the key things that is so importantly, especially one of the main messages that I've been hearing, you know, when it comes to the relationship.
Uh-oh. We gonna bring her back. We gonna bring her back. Let me see. Let me add her back. But just to let you know, before I add her back, guys, I just want to let you guys know, again, it's blurry. That's because it's the energy. We just want to hold a space. We just in the space of allowance, in the space of allowance, in the space of allowance, in the space of allowance. This weekend, me, myself, and Sharon Andrea will be in the Washington, D.C. area. We will be at, let me get the address straight. So I'm going back to read it. We will be at We Act Radio on Saturday. We will be at We Act Radio at Saturday, August 25th from 2 to 6 p.m. Doors open at 2 o'clock. There's a $10 cover. We will be at 1918 Martin Luther King Avenue, Southeastern DC, 220. That is We Act Radio at 1918 Martin. All right, let's try this again. As you see, I'm walking around a little bit better than I was before. Let's see if we can get everybody back. Let's see, because I'm feeling it. I'm going to feel it. Let's see if we can get everybody back. 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 Everybody. Everybody.
I'm back. I'm glad you came back on because I said we're not going to make this stop. Yeah. All this energy. Can you imagine when we come? I'm going to walk around too so I can walk around,
yeah,
you know,
everybody.
in flow because, you know,
I'm moving.
Yeah. You know what I feel too? I really feel that our ancestors are around also. So they're processing with us. You know, that's what I'm hearing coming from spirit.
Yes.
You know, they're processing. We're processing through things. Some divine codes are flowing through.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby. I love it.
Look, y'all, no crutches, no crutches. Ah!
Yay!
No crutches.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yes.
Freedom, yeah. Baby. Freedom.
Yeah.
That's what this is all about. Freedom.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, I was feeling, I wanted to give a close. I want to make sure you got a chance to give your closing statement, to let people know whatever you had to share. And I also wanted to because something that Spirit moved me earlier, I wanted to just do a prayer meditation kind of at the end.
Yes.
Hold some space because I feel so much major shifts.
Yes.
You know, I'm trying to hold back the tongue because, you know, I'm ready to let it rule. You know, I'm ready to
Don't hold back no tongue, honey bunch. You bring it all out. Because you see, I say to people all the time, if we were having these type of discussions around the table, imagine what would be going on right now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. This is natural stuff. This is how it is, you know?
I get excited.
That's right.
I get excited because these principles heal me. These principles have fire to me. These principles have brought me things that I never thought imaginable in my physical reality. I've created miracle after miracle after miracle after miracle after miracle after miracle by practicing these principles, by standing in this divine knowing, by looking at my circumstances and say, I don't care what it looks like on the surface. I am that I am that I am that I am that I am.
That's right. I can't hear you. You sound low.
Can you hear me?
The volume sounds low. I don't know where it went.
Oh, it went low. But I'm saying this is how we heal. This is how we shift. This is how we grow. This is how we expand. And you hit it. And that's why I love talking to Sharon. Sharon has always been a person with me. It's like, stop playing small. Just be huge. just be huge, just be
Okay.
big, just be grand, you know, give zero fucks
now I hear
about
you.
all this bullshit, okay? And
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, and
That's
that's
right.
what I'm getting it. I'm so getting it in my reality because playing small will keep you sick.
You cannot
Playing
play
small will
small
keep
on
you
this
broke.
journey. No,
Yeah.
it's not meant to be small. It's greater than what, you know. I even say that quote still, greater is he that is in me. And I said, greater is she also. She also that is within us, she and he, than ourselves. And this is a greater thing that's happening more than what one may not realize. And, you know, it's about being acceptance of it. And when you're in acceptance of it, it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks or says or does, because you see, that's what holds things back. You know what I mean? And anybody that knows me, especially with me, with my kids, we don't hold nothing back. We just bring it on. That's right. And you know, when you set the captive free, then everything else starts to flow, because you're supposed to be in the flow, divine flow. You're ready to start boxing?
I already started jumping.
You see, that's what, this is what it's like. This is what the truth is like when the Holy Spirit is filled within you. You feel good inside, even if you're still processing through the other stuff that's going on. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when you allow the truth,
this hip feeling a little loose now. Come on now.
that's right. You start dancing and singing and laughing and all of that stuff. You know what I mean? Of course, unless you know, you have a little extra with Sharon.
Yeah.
All right. It's all good. But yes, I feel that meditation thing is warranted for sure, to keep bringing things into alignment. Know that everything that you heard, you know, from, if you're just joining us and you weren't on the first video, I highly recommend that you listen back on the first video. There's a lot of energy that is you know, processing through myself and Tavon and all of us that are on here. So we had to come back in again. And this is a part of this. This is a part of it, because it's not about the physical body. It's all energy. We're all energy, and it's alive. It's alive. See? So that's right. That's right. This is the spiritual food. The spiritual food. So.
And Spirit is saying to me, and this is what the Spirit is pouring to me.
Kundi berabati siam bar kutu sila pete ke nondera kantu smera par kanto ke kampuru kudera kaskit smera kuspera kantu smera kan kina meto kundi belantir ke jam kampu kundela pete ke nondira kami kira kodo slumdara kushna kira kundi bera kasien dara kutur bindara sikku skera pete kundi bera islam tar kustere kintori mirati islam tai tu kusmira kina bera kundi bera ke tori bera kundi bera sting kuri mira kada kush Harido Turina Trofina Patro Pitira, Ranami Kulida Cre, Kusne, Chakanbi, Kunida, Parabuto Milatanavi, Hidasalam to Shmera, Puste, Inamara Kunimira, Nara Sikus Mam de Turabit Shok Derbatanabi.
But Spirit, the word is Spirit is, we gotta get out of hiding.
Yes.
Johnny.
Yes.
Dira, Patty,
yes. Patty. Yes.
To get
no more hiding.
Hiding. And what Spirit is pouring upon me, how dare we do the divine in that way? The divine has to be shown. The gifts have to be witnessed. The power has to be shown. There is no more hiding. That is an illusion. Nothing can separate us but us.
Right. Yes. That's
Nothing
right.
Separate us but us. And this is the point where we got to push.
Yes. Yes.
We got to push through these illusions.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Push.
Absolutely.
Stand in your vision. I said this earlier. Close your eyes and focus in what God is birthing through you.
Mm-hmm. Tarikito shmira pita tikinduru pitari chishalamato kundera katsuru birapa iramire kruminani de achono minani darabindara mundo para islamire kunimira mindara mindara kundari nanda kaira isaina ino dindari to iria nye amda inya haine no turumira repete rumundar betore me. Yes, it's just flowing.
I want everybody right now. Oh.
Divine grace. I can't hear you, but it's all good.
Thank you. I want everybody. Remember.
Yes.
Remember the vision. I don't know why Spirit keeps laying this in my spirit. Remember the vision. Remember the vision before it broke you down, before they told you those lies, before those implants come. Mm-hmm. Remember the vision that you were birthed to give and stand in it.
Mm.
Stand in it. Grow some spiritual courage.
Yes.
And say, I know what I know. Shalandra, know that your twin flame is your twin flame no matter what it
No more doubts.
Like.
That's right. No more doubts.
Stand in that energy.
Mm-hmm.
Stephen, stop questioning your giftings.
Mm-hmm.
We got to move into a place of power.
Mm-hmm.
Because let me break it down to y'all real clear. Because sometimes I have to give y'all a dose of reality. This world is going to look chaotic as we showcase more light and more love, because everything that is not light and love is going to be dismissed. Mm-hmm. That means major deaths. That means major catastrophes. That means a whole
Don't
lot
try,
of stuff.
just do it.
Just
no trying, honey.
Keep going deeper. Keep going. And trust me, you can stay connected to either one of us. You're going to go deeper. Point blank, period.
That's a fact.
Point blank, period. It's just,
yep.
And you get to a spot, you get to a space when you get to a space with God, you get in a space where you walk, there is no return. The door has already been slammed shut. The only thing is to be more expansive.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? And we're getting there. We're pouring out all of it. We have the internet. We don't even have to be, we have the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we can just pour into each other. We have phones, we have technologies, we have telepathy. Come on now.
That's right. Absolutely. Yes. One of the messages.
Yes. Mm-hmm. You have something to say?
Mm-hmm. No, when I was hearing you speaking, and one of the messages that I'm hearing, and it's coming from, the collective energy, that you're not to dumb down yourself anymore. Yes. And be in any fear of if someone doesn't understand your path, or feeling like as if you have to explain yourself. One of the most beautiful part of this journey is when I don't have to, say, hey, you know what this is? No, anybody that is coming up to me, they already know. And I'm like, oh, what a pleasure. You see what I'm saying? And anything or anyone that comes into my space, it's not any opposition. It's not any pulling. It's just centered. So you become centered within yourself and let go and release, especially if any majority of any doubt you might have about your path or your journey or who you're connected to. And also be very conscious of who you allow to feed into your soul, into your spirit as well. Be conscious of that. Okay, be in awareness of that. And even if it does happen, it's okay, because what it is that your soul is bringing you again to another. Do you really know who you are? 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 You see, because in the presence of the I am not is going to show up. So do you really know who you are? Do you know who you are? And so when I am not shows up, are you going to remember who you are and still bless the I am not that shows up and say, thank you. Thank you for showing up as who you choose not to be, because now you're stronger in your knowing of who you are. You get it?
You gonna make me scream. You make me throw this phone at you. I'm gonna throw this phone at you, because that's what I've been doing.
Yes.
That's when I say shift the shit.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
Shifting and looking at it from a different perspective, and you know, you bring it into awareness of what shows up as the names that we've been taught growing up as, oh, this person is of this and this one is that, and this is going against me. It's not going against you. The only thing that has gone against you is yourself. Did you know that? It's always been you all along. You know,
always.
It's always been you all along. Always.
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 Always. Always. I want to do, because
It's a shift.
Yes. I'm in a very pathetic mood right now. And so I want to speak into a couple of people. If you're feeling anything, Sharon, go hit it.
Yes.
Gianni, I want to speak to Gianni right now. Gianni Pace. You got to tell your story. You have to tell your story. You cannot second guess who you are. You cannot second guess your unions. You cannot second guess your power. Yes. You are powerful. You are, again, another soul that was there at the border of creation of this planet. And you know that.
That's right.
You play a very key role, Gianni. And I know you like to hide and you want to assist from the sidelines. Spirit is...
Don't hide, sister. Come on out, sister. We're all in this together. Come on down. This is the price is right. The time is right. Everything is right. Everything is right. Because if we're going to sit and wait on somebody or something else to come from somewhere, you're going to keep waiting. And so it's always in the present moment. There lies your gift in this present time, in this present moment. Yeah. You see?
Yeah.
You know, I'll never forget, you know, because I like to refer to either children's stories or certain aspects of the scriptures where it's not heavy. And it's when, you know, when you're getting ready to enter into this queendom and kingdomship, you know, are you really going to be ready to give up what you think you know and what you think others have taught you and all that stuff, because you're coming into a declaration aspect of your life? Don't let anyone ever tell you who you are connected to or being in doubt about your twin or who you're to, because no one can tell you more of who you are than yourself. Okay? No one else. No one else.
Come on, say that again.
Because it's a sacred, no one else, he wants me to say it with passion. So I'm going to come in a feminine. No one else can tell you who you are more than yourself. Okay? No one else can tell you who your twin is. No one else can tell you what your path is. If it even means that you're just knocking playing the drum somewhere, walking some dogs, right? Opening up a greenhouse, okay? All of that stuff. No one else can tell you who you are and who you're connected to. No one else. And it is a sacred path. It is a sacred path between you and the divine. When I had my own stuff that I went through, and no matter what my family may or may not understand, did you think I gave any fucks? I kept it moving, and I still love them. I love you with all my heart and all my soul, but God is saying, are you going to listen to me, or are you going to listen to what somebody else say? Are you going to follow my path? Because I come to you not the same as I come to the next person and the next person and the next person, because I desire to know myself through you and others. So therefore, look to me. Look to me. Look to, not me, but you know, if you want to, it's all right. But
I know what you're saying.
You got to lighten up with it too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's not supposed to be heavy. It's not supposed to be, you're supposed to feel bad. If you're feeling bad and sad, it's a part of the process of what you're moving through, that energy. You know, it's like thinking of yourself as you're going through the forest. You know, you're going through the forest and you can't see the forest from the trees, and therefore you don't know where you're going, but you're still going though, right? You're not making it stop you. And no matter what, along the way, the divine is going to send someone or something, a little birdie perhaps.
Yeah.
It could even be a spider. Have you paid attention to the spider that walked by you? Or did you say, oh no, I got to kill that shit? Or did you pay attention to the ant? The ant has messages. There's messages galore.
Everywhere.
Messages galore. And so allow yourself to be open to the messages and not negate it or think you're crazy because somebody else think you're crazy. Because you got to be crazy anyway or not, to get to this place of joy, to get to this place of blissfulness, to get to this place of who you are becoming, okay? To get to this place of your you know, what you are creating, because you're co-creating with the divine. And therefore, as we are co-creating on the earth, right? From that which is above and coming and is here below, because it's already here, you know. It's for you
Yeah.
to align with that frequency. It's
Yep.
to align with that frequency. If I had time and I tell you all my stories of things that I have created and manifested, and you say, what? And you're still standing, and you're still moving, and you're still grooving, and you're still laughing, yes.
Damn right.
When do you do it then? You're going to wait for the perfect moment? The moment is always now.
Now, yes.
It's always now. It's always now. So even if something may pause for a bit, you stop for a moment and say, what is this? Okay, what am I choosing to be? So you know when it's time to surrender, when it's time to make a move, when it's time to come into your heart space, when it's time to think logically as well. Because we all have brain. We all have
Uh-oh.
brain. You use it.
Yeah.
I saw when it froze. That's why I repeated it again.
Yeah.
There's a glitch in the matrix system, but you know what? We busting through these templates.
Busting down the paradigm.
Busting it wide open. That's right. Busting it. That's right. You can't keep still, Delante. Oh no. Oh no. This is what I call being in that excitement energy. You see? This is being in the truth. This is being in divine love. That no powers, no principalities, no books, no all the other stuff that have carried weight on us shall it take us down any longer. Yes. When I had that experience of ascending out of my body, which I did, I always tell this every time I get to speak. And when I got out of my body, I felt lighter. I was still attached to my body. I was laying on my bed and I was like, oh my God.
Uh-oh. I was over here, Graham, we're gonna bring her back. So don't worry, people. Y'all getting all of this. This is a chance where I can sell the event again. If you are in Washington, D.C. this weekend, you need to be at We Act Radio in Southeastern D.C. at Anacostia. Me and myself and Sharon Andrea will be in the building. We will be doing live readings. We will be also doing teachings. Doors open Saturday, August 25th at 2 p.m. 2 p.m. It opens at 2 p.m. Call your girlfriends, call your boyfriends, call your sister friends, call everybody and let them know. We will be at We Act Radio and it's only $10 to get in. And you see how wonderful she's teaching, and that's her teaching at a mid level. She even broke the okie doke, and we're going to give all that truth and power because it's so important. And I'm going to bring her in. It's so important in this season that we connect physically with each other. It's so important, so super important that we connect physically with each other. Also, dude, I am so glad you got to hear it too. Let me bring her. Is she coming on? Let me add, while we get Sharon back, I'm going to add Gianni. I'm bringing her. Let's see if I can bring Gianni on real quick. Sharon, I'm coming. I don't know what this thing is doing, but she adding. Can I see if I can add you on? Just to. Let's see if this thing plays itself out. Whew. I am not. Yes, she gonna get. I'm gonna see if she got on. It's definitely okay. Not going on. Got it. Added Sharon back into the fold. Sharon's gonna keep on teaching. All right.
See, every time when that powerhouse, I'm telling you, the vibration. Oh my goodness. Very strong, very powerful. I don't know what anybody heard last, but I'm glad that we're pushing forward and standing centered and strong with it. There's no wrong or right way. If you're feeling something, just know that it's not me, it's not Tavon, it's the energy of God, it's the energy of this Christ consciousness.
Yes.
And how much shifting that's happening right now in this time and space, I had no idea this was going to happen today, but you see, we go in divine flow with all of this and just be in that reality and that space. And time is an illusion, and all this time mechanism of things of, are you on time? Are you late? All that stuff is going out the door, going out the door. And so everything in all things be present and in gratitude, present and gratitude, thankfulness, present, gratitude, So I was just saying that the energy between both worlds, as I was out of my body, while I was still in my body, I felt my soul escalate out of my body while I was laying in the bed, broad daylight, and I saw the stars, and I knew the stars was all of us, and I felt all this divine love. And I saw the moon and I say, hi, Mother Moon and Father Sun and Mother Sun and Father Moon, because it's everything together, you know, it's no separation. That's just an illusion again. And when I came back into my body, it's like something was suctioning in me. I was like, oh, back into me. And when I went up, I said, who's here with me? Because I felt a divine presence with me, and it was Yeshua. And I was so happy. I was so delighted. And so when I had that experience, all that I remembered at that moment was love. There wasn't anything else attached to it, just love. And it filled up my entire body, my entire soul, my entire being. You see, that's all. And in the moment of when that was happening, I had no interaction with hardly anyone, because I was taken to the secret place of the Most High. How many of you can raise your hands and say you have been taken to the secret place of the Most High? And what have you gotten from that? Did you remember your connection as you came back down into this physical space? Did you remember again who you are? Because it's in the element of the knowing of yourself while you're in the physical body. That is your true divinity. That is your true divine right. Okay? And so remember that. I bring the table back to Tavon.
That's right. I'm sitting here just soaking all this up. Like, I'm like a student. I'm like, ooh, that's so good. I get chill bumps, but it is so
the truth.
True. Yeah.
The truth.
And I will to piggyback on some of what you said.
Yes. My
relationship with Source has always been my sustaining grace. Because no matter what I read in a book, no matter what somebody told me about God, I knew God intimately, and God knew me intimately. And so the fight for me was, well, this is what the book says, or this is what they say, but you hit it on the nail. What does God say to you?
That's right. That's right.
What does God reveal to you? What is your relationship? And just like a baby that we have to nurture. And we have to feed, and we have to walk with, and we have to teach. That's how we got to walk with Source. Gianni always talks about this. That's how we got to walk with the presence of Source. We have that intimacy. And for me, I can talk about it. For me, it was, I don't want to share that with anybody. But then the Spirit reminded me, it's already with everybody, because Source is everybody. Source is in everybody, with everybody, and expressing itself as everybody all the time simultaneously. So there is nothing that you're hiding from but a thought in your mind.
Because you see, one of the things that was shown to me too is that everything that exists on the other side, you know, where our loved ones reside, that's what we're templating on the earth. So therefore, nothing is really going to be hidden. The only thing that was shown to me that is going to be sort of in a very sacred space is sacred sexuality, which we will cover that another time. You know, and what I'm saying is, or unless you want to discuss it now, but it's a part of this journey.
Class on Saturday, because I ain't gonna.
Okay, dear. Because I tell you, you're gonna hear a mouthful and an earful, and everything you hear me speaking about is already in the book that I've recorded for 3.5, 4 years. You know, and still once again, this is the path back to love. This is the journey back to love. This is the way to love. In such a pure, unconditional space, and where we're going to all be in love with each other, that no one will have to tell you how you should love, or in what context you should love, and where you should love, and all that kind of crap. You know, all of that to me just takes up time. When we think about the bills, takes up time. When you think about you have to wash clothes, takes up time. When you think about you got to cook food for your belly, takes up time. All that take up time. So then where's that space for love? You see what I'm saying? We were at a place, I'm going to tell you this much. We were at a place from the beginning of time when we were making love every day, 5, 6 times a day. That was a vibration, because we're sexual energy, and that sexual energy is what brings things into creation. But that's in its purest state. That's right. That's right. You see, so, but we must continue on that path of releasing all the old things of what we have been taught, and the things that we've experienced through others. You see what I'm saying? All these relationships that we've had. And it's not subjected to the love relationship with someone that you're in love with. And I'm talking about all the relationships with everything and all things, all of life. Okay. And coming back into that place again, once again, unity coming from the heart space. Savon spoke earlier about telepathy. You know, how, you know, even if someone says something to you, are you going to remember to come back to your heart? Are you going to remember to stay in that heart space and remember and know, feel inside now? Come within the feeling of what you feel is really coming from that person's heart. You know, what is their true intention? Feel into their soul and not what they're saying, what they're doing.
Yeah.
You're victimizing yourself,
Yeah.
okay? And that includes even with your twins. You're all here to help each other. If anything, give them thanks. I tell you, if you give them thanks, I bet you they'll change right in that second. Could be like, what? What is that? You see what I'm saying? It's in that space. You're honoring you. You're honoring them. You're honoring the journey. You're honoring the path
Course.
and
Yeah.
surrendering to it.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yep.
that's
Yep.
right.
Okay, Sharon. If
Mhm.
anybody would want to, because we want to get ready to get off of here, because you go. I don't want to give them all the teaching. Again, Sharon is going to be on Truth to Power Radio Show at weactradio.com on Thursday at 3 p.m. Correct?
3 o'clock.
3 o'clock
Yes.
p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Is there any closing statement would you like to leave with everybody, or if anybody want to contact you for a reading and so on and so forth? Go ahead and give your information out.
Okay, please feel free to visit my website, the www, the return of the Garden of Eden.com. Feel free to visit my YouTube channel, Sharon Andrea. If you would like to schedule a reading with me, you can drop me an email at thegardenofeden1111@gmail.com, or you can send me you know, a message on Messenger. And of course, if you'd like to schedule a reading, I do in-person readings if you're in the New York, New Jersey, Connecticut area, or if you want to fly and take a trip or drive, that's fine, let me know. I also do Skype readings, telephone readings, and I have the abilities that I have is I'm a medium, and I also have the ability to read energy and feel into the energy on both sides and hear conversations. I do past life regression, so whenever I do readings for you, it's not where I just read for you and that's it. I look into what is it that shows up coming from your soul that is in need of things to come into alignment and healing for you. And it's in stages. It's not an overnight thing. The more open you are, the better it is for you to what flows through between, you know, yourself and myself and what is showing up for you to hear.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely looking forward to you know, to continuing on this path with everyone. And, you know, no matter what, if you're to connect with me or Tavon, it's meant to be, because we all decided we're going to do this together, and you're not alone anymore, and you don't have to be in any fear of anything. The only thing you have to fear is fear itself, which is
Yes.
false evidence appearing real.
Yes. Appearing to be
All
real.
right.
Yeah, I want to thank
Yes.
you, Sharon, for connecting with us today. I want to thank you for this powerful event. I want to thank you for just being who you are and being a gift to
Thank
the
you.
planet. I want to thank everybody for joining us. And I want to I guess I've been in a prayerful mood, and when I get like this, I know God is moving in a very powerful way. I just want everybody to just sit in the space and just vibrate to love. I want you to just vibrate to love. I want everybody that is under my voice to just vibrate in this space of love. Just feel love all through your body. Know that love is all there is.
Yes.
Know that love is all there is. Know that love is all there is. And in this space of knowing that love is all there is, move into that space to accept that you, we are love. We, you are love. Stephen, let the love flow through your body. Let the love move through your body. Let the love repair your body. Let the love repair your mind. Let the love repair your soul, knowing that it's all perfect. Feel it. Feel it. Feel it. Whew. All right. Thank you, guys. We will be posting videos soon. If you want to connect to me, you can go to www.imweare.org. You can hit me up via Facebook at TA, Powell. Or you can go to my booking site that is ask/Shabazz@reservo.com. I love you guys, and you all have a wonderful night. Peace.
Peace be with you.